Hey guys, I'm Tom the Tech Chap, and this is the new Lenovo Legion Go. And it basically takes the best bits of the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, and the Nintendo Switch, and packs it all in this very impressive and also very chonky new Windows gaming handheld. So it's kind of like they've taken the ROG Ally with the same AMD Z1 Extreme processor under the hood, added a bigger 8-inch screen with an even sharper Quad HD resolution. There are more controls and buttons than you can shake a stick at, and it does even include a small touchpad, which a lot of people love from the Steam Deck. They've also added a fully adjustable kickstand, big fan of that, and like the Nintendo Switch, you can even undock the controllers, which means you don't have to hold it the whole time. Plonk it down and play remotely, or maybe even plug it into your TV or monitor, because the Go actually has two USB 4 ports, one on the bottom, where you could maybe plug in the charger, and then one on the top for outputting to a monitor or a TV. Now, to answer some of the burning questions I had going into this hands-on, firstly, why Quad HD for the display? Isn't that overkill for an 8-inch screen, and won't it drain the battery faster? Well, Lenovo tell me they went with this to give you more options. Playing older, less demanding, or indie games, you can comfortably run it at Quad HD and enjoy the extra sharpness. Of course, the Windows 11 desktop's also sharper, and it's not just for games. You can browse the web, stream videos, and it all looks crisper. They also tell me that generally Quad HD resolution panels also offer better colors and contrast. Essentially, it's just a better screen. But still, if it's anything like when I play recent games on my ROG Ally, I'm just going to drop the res to 720p to get a smoother frame rate anyway. As for the all-important battery life, well, they didn't give me any specific figures. All I know is that we have a 49.2 watt-hour cell inside, which is about 20% bigger than the Steam Deck and the Ally. So if I were to guess, we're looking at probably 3.5 to 4 hours of higher-end gaming in performance mode. But this is of course something I'll test properly in my full review. Now, running Windows 11 is both a blessing and a curse, because it does mean you have access to all the game stores, Steam, Epic, GOG, whatever you like, and it's also, a full computer. You can browse the web, watch movies, attach a Bluetooth keyboard and do some work maybe. But then the downside is it's running Windows 11, which is not very well optimized for touch, especially on smaller screens. You're probably going to experience some crashes, especially with new hardware like this. There's patches and drivers to keep track of, and it's just a bit clunky, but really that is down to Microsoft. During this brief hands-on, there were only a handful of games that I could actually play, but they all felt nice and fast, and the controls and the joysticks were responsive, and I really do like being able to use the controls remotely, undocked from the tablet, shall we say. And considering the whole thing weighs 854 grams, or just 214 grams for the controllers, I would definitely be tempted to use it like this more often. Also, bundled in the case, which you also get for free with the Legion Go, is this little dock thing you can pop the right controller in, which effectively turns it into a mouse. I definitely need to spend more time with this, but it's an interesting idea, and the final version of the stand will attach magnetically. Performance-wise, the Z1 Extreme is roughly 50% faster than the Steam Deck, and broadly speaking, it's capable of playing most AAA games at medium settings if you drop the res down to 720. So realistically, you're not going to max out Starfield on this thing. Although to be fair, we did see some decent performance improvements after the ROG Ally launched when AMD released updated drivers, so this chip is pretty capable, but you should still manage expectations. This is not a high-end gaming PC. As for storage, it comes with 512 gigs built in, although some markets will have an optional 1TB model, and also there is a microSD card slot at the top here so you can expand it yourself, or if you're happy to avoid your warranty, I'm told it'll be pretty easy to pop the back of this thing and then switch out the internal SSD for a bigger capacity yourself. I cannot wait to have a proper look inside this thing when I get my review sample. So the Legion Go will launch in October, so not too long to wait, and will cost you $699 or €799. Final UK pricing is TBC. But that's about the same as a similarly spec'd ROG Ally, and although it is nearly double the price of a base Steam Deck, that's over a year old now, significantly slower, and actually if you match the storage, the Legion Go will probably only cost you a couple of hundred more. But my takeaway is the more choice, the more competition, the better. Now we have 3 great PC handhelds to choose from, but which would you go for? A Steam Deck, an ROG Ally, a Legion Go, or none of the above? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button for my full Versus video and also review coming in October. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I'll see you next time right here on the Tech Chat.